Okay, now before we get started, I've made some changes to the model. Not many, basically I've just added a basket and basket items classes. Rather than taking you through these basic elements, I suggest you download the source code so far before we continue. So pause the video and go and get the source code. Okay, once you've got the source code, let's have a quick look at the changes I've made. If we look in the model, you'll see we've now got basket and basket item classes. You'll notice that the basket has a collection of basket items. We also have in the basket item a direct link to the actual product itself, and we'll come onto that a bit later on. But because I've extended the model, we need to update your copy of the database. I've already created the migrations that you require, so all you need to do is, if we go to the Package Manager console, set it to the DAL project and type update-database. And so that has updated our database. If we have a look, we can now see that we have our basket and basket items sections. So the first thing we need to do is add some pages for adding and editing products. Otherwise we've got nothing to show. Now what we will do is we will create a new admin controller that will contain our admin functions. So if we say add controller, we want an empty MVC5 controller, which will call it admin. What we will also do is, because we need our customers and products interfaces, we shall just copy these in, resolve the namespaces, and of course it's not a home controller, it's an admin controller. And again, just to recap, this is just using dependency injection. So as you can see, our admin controller is again going to implement our interface for these, the customer repository and the product repository, which is specified in the app start unit config. As you can see there, that is where we resolve all our interfaces. Okay, so we're going to add an index page that will just have links to our admin functions. So say right click, index, add view. I'm just going to put in a link to a product list, which of course we haven't created yet, so we need to do that now. Public product list. So what we're going to do is we're going to return a list of products. So the first thing we need to do is go to our products repository and do a get all. We're then going to return our view containing our model. So what we're going to do now is we need to add a view for that, except now we want to create as a list. We have to choose our model class, which in this case is product, and our data context class is the data context there, and let's say OK. Now what this is doing, this is automatically creating us everything that we need to get a product list. So let's see this in action. If we start our Explorer, and as you can see, it's automatically created as a table with all the details in for a particular product with a create new button. But of course at the moment that's not hooked up to anything. So before we continue, let's go in and create a create page. Now what we want here is we want an empty model to contain the product we are going to create. So new product. and we're going to return that to our view, and that is going to help us access all the attributes in the front page. So again, right click, add view. The template in now is a create. The model class is once again a product. Oops. Product. Data context is correct, and we'll say add. Once again, this is created as our create page. However, we've called it create product. So what we will need to do is in this action link here is just update that to create product. Okay, build that. What we'll also do, just so it makes it easier to get to our admin page, is if we go into the shared folder and layout, here is where we have our basic navigation. So we'll change this to admin. The action is index, and it's on the admin controller. So as you can see, we now have this admin menu, which takes us to our admin page, so we can then go into the products from there. And now when we create new, as you can see at the bottom, it's going to admin create product, and it gives us the scaffold for our product. So we have our create product page, but obviously if we were to actually put any details in here at the moment, it's not actually going to do anything, because by default when you use the scaffolding, what the create product does, it makes it paste back to itself. We can see there this using begin form. When this gets to the actual browser, if we look at the source code, we can actually see that the action is going back to the create product. So what we need to do is go into our admin controller and create another action result called create product, but this time we're going to take in the product as a model and actually store it in the database. So what we have is create product. We're going to take in a product, go to our product repository, insert the product, and then we need to commit it. Now what we're then going to do is redirect to action product list. Now you'll notice that I've decorated it with this HTTP post. Now what this tells the compiler what to do is that this is when we're doing a get. So for example, we've just gone to the basic screen, and then when we actually click the create button, it performs a HTTP post. So this is how it knows whether to view to show just an empty product or the create product page. So let's compile that. And start it up again. Oops. Go to products, create new. And then create. It's created our product, put it in the database, and there we have it. So the final piece of the puzzle is our edit page. Again, as you can see, by default it wants to go to edit/2. So we need to update that. Once again, if we go to our product list page and go down to here, the actual link text and the product ID being passed through is fine, but we need to change the actual action to edit product. And now in our admin controller, we need to create an edit product section. So very similar to our product list, what we're going to do is create an action called edit product. we're going to take in an ID. That is what is passed here. These are the root variables, so it wants an ID, which is going to be the product ID. Using that ID, we're going to go to our products repository and issue the get by ID. That will return our product, and then we return that product to the view. So once again, we need to add a view for the edit product. Add view. We want to do a edit template. Again, we're using the product class. Okay. Once again, that has created our details page. So we need to create another edit product action result, but this time again it's a HTTP post, so this is when we're posting the results back. Again, we're going to be bringing in a product, and this time we're going to run the update command on that product and commit it. And again, once done, we'll redirect back to the product list action. Okay, so let's compile and run that. So now when we go to edit, and we get our existing details. And click save. And that's persisted it back to the database and taken us back to the list. So there you go. Using MVC and Visual Studio's built-in scaffolding, it makes it dead simple to create a product list and add it and create those products. So now we've got some products in the database, go ahead and add some more so that we've got something to work with, and then we'll go on to the product browse and product details page.